If you want to see amazing and exciting duels, informative and entertaining top 10 lists, and everything else that's just great about the game of Yu-Gi-Oh!, you gotta watch the Capital G Show. Shout out to my homeboy Dante. Hey. What's up YouTube? Capital G here. We're looking at Dimension of Chaos in this video, and there have been a whole bunch of new cards that have been announced. Now it looks like all of these were posted on YGO organization, and I imagine that they translated them, and initially there were errors because it said started fixing errors and stuff, so they probably were initially like partially translated, but now it looks like they have the full translations. So first up we have a new Red Dragon Archfiend, which okay, this kind of makes sense. I don't watch Arc 5, or I like to call it Arc V, but my understanding is that there's supposed to be like, isn't Dimension of Chaos supposed to be like the synchro dimension? So it does kind of make sense that there would be new synchros in this set. So I was kind of wondering, I was like, when are we getting like a whole bunch of good generic synchros? Because aren't they supposed to be at the point in the show where they're kind of like in the synchro dimension? So synchros really should be shining. I wouldn't even be surprised if we got like a new Yang Zing in this set too, maybe even as a TCG exclusive. That would be awesome. So you see it has those beastly stats, that is 3,000 attack, 2,500 defense. It's generic. I'm gonna assume it's a Dart Dragon. It better be. Okay, it's a Dart Dragon. Requires one tuner plus one or more non-tuner monsters to make. Again, anytime you get a generic synchro is good. Level 8 is still really easy to make in decks like Scraps or pretty much anything playing like Destiny Hero Malicious. Zombies can make level 8 very easily. Yang Zings, yeah, you could probably make level 8 as well in that deck because you have Baxia, that's level 8. Alright, so effect number 1, this card's name becomes Red Dragon Archfiend while it is face up or in the graveyard. I can kind of understand face up because there may be like some Red Dragon Archfiend support, but I'm not really sure why it would like, why in the graveyard it would be that important. It also means that you can use this for assault mode activate because there is a Red Dragon assault mode. All right, effect number 2, once per turn you can destroy all special summon monsters whose attack is lower or equal to this card except for this card, then inflict 500 damage to your opponent for each destroyed. Okay, I love that effect. Basically it blows up everything on the field that was special summoned that has under 3,000 attack, which for the most part, like outside of like the Necros of Decisive Armor, that should be like everything that's on the field like 90% of the time. It doesn't blow itself up, although it does blow your monsters up, so you have to kind of watch how you use that effect. But the fact that you get burn damage, in my opinion, kind of makes up for that. You should be at least burning your opponent for 500 when you use this effect, and then being able to attack for 3,000. To me, this just seems like a really practical card. Like, this just seems like a really, really good level 8 synchro. This replaces the old Red Dragon Archfiend in every way possible because who the hell is going to be like attacking through a wall of like defense position monsters? And I like that it's not just rituals. It's not just, you know, monsters special summoned that came from the extra deck. Like, it hates on everything, rituals and fusions and even just effect monsters. Like, the card is just, it's good. I mean, I don't have anything bad to say. Looks like Blackwings are getting some support, which I'm just going to have to assume that that is fanfare because even if the Blackwings aren't good, people just continually love Blackwings. So this is Assault Blackwing, Kunai the Drizzle. My Drizzle, I laugh. That's funny. The name is just Drizzle. Anyways, it has to be a Winged Beast Dark because all Blackwings are Winged Beast Dark. It is 2,100 attack, 1,600 defense. It's level 5. It says you contribute 1 Blackwing monster to special summon this card from your hand. Okay, I don't really like that, but it is treated as a tuner. Interesting. Once per turn, you can target 1 synchro monster you control and declare 1 level between 1 and 8. That monster becomes that level until the end of the turn. Unless Blackwings are getting like a level 12 synchro monster, I don't really see how that's particularly useful. I mean, maybe there's like, I mean, the only practical use I could see for this is like Zephyros the Elite, but generally I don't want to tribute my monsters to, you know, like summon another guy and then try and like tune with a synchro. Like, that doesn't make a lot of sense. Maybe there are some other cards that benefit this, but right now it's just like, I would just consider it okay as a first impression. Now we do get a new synchro. It is 7 stars. Actually, I read this card briefly. I was super excited about this card and I just thought to myself, finally, god dang it, Konami, finally giving us just a new version of a level 7 synchro for Blackwings that is like practical in today's meta. So Dark Winged Beast, 7 stars, 2600, 2500 defense, obviously stronger than Armor Master, so I already like that. This is Raikari, the Sudden Shower. What the fuck type of name is that? The Sudden Shower? It's like, oh my god, I stink. I need to take a sudden shower. Anyways, it's actually generic, which is interesting. I guess Armor Master was generic too, so I guess no really surprise there. Effect number 1, if this card was synchro summoned with a Blackwing monster, it becomes treated as a tuner. Okay, interesting. Effect number 2, once per turn, you can target a number of cards your opponent controls up to the number of Blackwing monsters you control, destroy them. That right there is what makes this card good. I guess, again, effect number 1, kind of like this card. Maybe there's some other cards that benefit that. Maybe they're going to release like a level 12 Blackwing like synchro or something like that that's you might want to tune with this guy. Outside of that, I can't really see that being used. Effect number 2 is the whole fucking show. That's why you're going to use this guy. The fact is, it can blow up face downs, it can flow up spells, or it can destroy back row, it can destroy monsters, destroy anything, even like I mean, I guess just anything that is a problem. And the fact that it's always going to get a minimum of 1 card because it counts itself. So if your opponent has any monster, when you summon this, you just get to blow it up. Any back row, you automatically get to blow it up, and you can use it every single turn. And with decent stats, I mean, I could see this guy last in a couple of turns. Okay, so next up, it looks like the rest of these cards I actually haven't read. So this appears to be some version of Gaia the Fierce Knight. Is that 7? Yeah, it looks like 7 stars. It's a light. 2300, 2100 are the stat. That's the stat line. You can only, it's called Galloping Gaia the Fierce Knight. Okay, so they didn't really change the name that much. They just added galloping on it. You can only use the 3 effect of Galloping Gaia the Fierce Knight once per turn. Effect number 1, you can normal summon this card without tributing monsters. Okay, that's legit. Effect number 2, if this card is normal summoned with no tributes, its attack becomes 1900. All right, so it's kind of like Beast King Barbaros. That's legitimate. Effect number 3, if this card was tributed, you can add 1 Blackluster Soldier monster from your deck to your hand. Okay, that's actually not that bad. I mean, the fact is, it can get the broken BLS. It can get the Envoy of the Beginning. I mean, to my knowledge, it's like the only card that gets it straight from the deck. I mean, I don't know if I want to give up 2 tributes for that, but if I'm going to drop BLS and win this turn, or win that turn, then it might be worth it. And I'm going to assume that's why they made it light, is so that, you know, if this is in the graveyard, it kind of combos with the, you know, the Twilight aspect of the old BLS. Next up, we have Knight of the Beginning. Okay, so I guess they're giving, I guess like BLS is going to become its like own archetype or something like that. So this is the Knight of the Beginning. It's a level 4 light warrior effect monster. Hello, Rhoda. The attack is 500, 2000 defense. You can only use each effect of Knight of the Beginning once per turn. Effect number 1, if a BLS or if a Blacklisted Soldier monster is summoned using this card, it gains the following effects. Once per turn, you can target 1 monster your opponent controls and banish it. Okay, that's kind of like giving it's kind of like giving a BLS monster, like if you summon the old ritual, I guess using this card, it kind of gives it the effect monsters effect every single turn. Yeah, because that's a once per turn. Effect number 2, or now actually this is still part of effect number 1. When this card destroys a monster by battle and sends it to the graveyard, you can have this card attack once more. Okay, so it's interesting. It kind of turns, it basically turns the ritual BLS into the effect monster BLS as long as you tribute it using this. And then effect number 2, you can banish this card in your graveyard to add 1 ritual spell from your deck to your hand. All right, so just even more ways to get rituals to summon the old BLS. And this must be the dark one. This is the Night of the Evening Twilight. Okay, you can only use each effect once per turn. A BLS monster summoned using this card gains the following effects. Once per turn, you can... Oh, wait. I think it's literally the same exact thing. Yeah, they have the same exact stat line. It's the same exact card. It's just different artworks, and they're both warriors, so... I guess you can just run them in whatever order, like whichever artwork you like. I guess maybe you run 2 of each just to keep your light and dark count kind of like even, but you can get them both from Rhoda. And finally, we have our new BLS card. Now, see, why would they make all of this stuff light and dark and then you make the new BLS card Earth? Like, I kind of get that. You know, I think the old one was Earth 2. Is it me, or does this totally look like Shyvana from this totally looks like Shyvana from League of Legends? Like, oh my god, it looks just like her. But anyways, I'm assuming BLS is a guy. 3,000 attack, 2,500 defense. Those are the BLS stats. This is Supreme Blackluster Soldier. Okay, so it's wow, it's a new ritual version. The artwork is godly, man, and this has to be an ultra rare, not only in the OCG, but I'm gonna assume this is gonna be an ultra rare and a TCG. Okay, can be ritual summoned with Supreme Warrior Ritual, which is probably the next card, and can only be special summoned, or excuse me, you can only special summon 1 Supreme Blackluster Soldier per turn. Okay, so if you guys thought you were gonna spam the board with multiple of these guys in a turn, you just can't do it. But I believe, according to the text, that once you properly summon it, you can summon it back from Soul Charge or Call of the Haunted. Effect number 1, if this card destroys a monster by battle and sends it to the graveyard, inflict damage to your opponent equal to that monster's original attack. Okay, let's see. I believe that is the Shinato effect from the Shinato ritual, like way back when, which is, it's good because this card has 3,000 attack. I wish you could use Honest with it, but can't have everything. And effect number 2, if this card is destroyed by battle or an opponent's card effect and sent to the graveyard, you can special summon 1 Gaia Fierce Knight from your hand, deck, or graveyard. So, okay. I mean, that's not bad. The fact that I get to special summon it from the freaking deck, and the fact that I special summoned it means that its attack will be 23 because it wasn't normal summoned. So I guess they're giving you added incentive to run all of these cards in this specific deck, which is, it's definitely good. So I mean, this card seems legitimate. I'm gonna wonder how the ritual spell is. Okay, interesting artwork. It has Karibo on it. I don't understand how Karibo has anything to do with Blackluster Soldier, although I guess if you harken back to the original Yu-Gi-Oh series, then they were both ran by Yugi Moto, so that kind of makes sense. This is the Supreme Warrior Ritual, which you use to summon this BLS, and let's see. Cannot be used, or excuse me, can be used to ritual summon 1 Blackluster Soldier ritual monster. So you can summon the old BLS with it, but like, why the fuck would you when he has no effect? And this one is like infinitely better. Let's see, you have to pay tribute monsters from your hand or your side of the field that whose combined level is equal to 8, so basically pay 8 stars. Then ritual summon the BLS monster from your hand. Effect number 2, banish this card. Okay, we got some Necros effects. Banish this card, 1 light monster and 1 dark monster from your graveyard. Special summon 1 Blackluster Soldier ritual monster from your hand, ignoring the special summon conditions. Oh my god. You cannot activate this effect during the turn it was sent to the graveyard. Holy shit, that's good. So basically, if you summoned a BLS earlier in the duel and it died, and you're running another copy, because I assume that you're going to be running at least 2 in the deck. As long as you have a bunch of shit in your graveyard, you can just basically summon the new BLS from your hand, and you don't even have to care. Like, it just ignores the conditions. That is amazing, and you still get the effect. Like, it's not like the monster blows up or you don't get the effect. This is legitimate, man. This shit is legitimately awesome. All right, next up we have looks like a new synchro. Okay, I can dig it. Again, we're in the synchro dimension. I assume. If I'm wrong, guys, just tell me in the comment section below. It is level 5. It's a wing. It's a wind. Looks like some type of big ass sword. 2,000 attack, 1,000 defense. This is the hyperspeed Chan Barider. Okay, Chan Barider. And it looks like this is a new archetype. The synchro is totally generic, just 1 tuner plus 1 or more non-tuners. You can only special summon 1 of this per turn. All right, looks like that's going to be a new thing. Wait a minute, this isn't from Dimension of Chaos. This is from SPHR. I don't know what that is. So anyways, we're still going to talk about the card. This card can make an extra attack during each battle phase. Okay, so it can attack twice. Generic level 5 synchro that can attack twice, not bad. Effect number 2, at the beginning of the damage step, if this card battles, it gains 200 attack. Okay, free attack, no problem with that. Effect number 3, if this card is sent to the graveyard, you can target one of your banished Speedroid monsters added to the hand. All right, so when it dies, it pays for itself. It's not bad at all. This is a reprint, according to this. Looks like we have a Speedroid card, Double Yo-Yo. Level 4, 1400, 1400. When this card is normal summon, you can target one level 3 Speedroid in your graveyard, special summon it. All right, okay, it's not bad. Basically, but I don't know if there are any tuners or anything like that. Well, they have to have some tuners if they have all of these like synchros and stuff like that. So it could be a 1-card synchro. We have a Speedroid Red Eye Dice, not Red Eye support, I assume. And this guy is a tuner. It's a level 1 Wind Machine tuner monster. 100, 100 is the stat line. When this card is normal or special summon, you can target one Speedroid monster you control other than itself and declare a level from 1 to 6. That level of, or excuse me, the level of that monster becomes the level that you declare until the end of the turn. All right, so basically a way to get the like really big synchros if you need them. You know, maybe bring out things like Leo. Just, I mean, the fact that you can call any monster, or the fact that you can call level 6 is pretty good. I mean, that means you can instantly go into at least level 7 using pretty much any monster. So I'm not going to go over all of these Speedroid cards, but it looks like they're a new archetype. Again, I don't know what SPHR is. If you guys know what that is, leave that in the comment section below. But Dimension of Chaos is looking like a really cool set. Shyvana BLS here is amazing. The Ritual spell card is pretty cool. I like these new support cards that go along with it. I can't really see any reason to run the old BLS. I like this new Blackwing synchro. I don't know if I'd run this card, but I would, like, this is a mandatory at least one of in Blackwings, probably a 2 of. Like, you may never need to run Armor Master again, to be honest. Like, maybe one Armor Master, but that card is amazing. And this card is just really practical. So let me know what you guys think. Thank you for watching as always.